We're also guilty of this when we see a product that's the more premium offering, the product that is more expensive. We typically associate that with being a better product, but a lot of the times those higher end products actually don't serve your need. But in this video, I'm going to show you that the cheaper product isn't something that you should count out straight away, because even though the Osmo Mobile SE, which is a beginner friendly one, doesn't mean that it's not a competent gimbal, and there are some slight differences between these two gimbals and they both offer something relatively unique. My name is Dan Davis and I'm the creative director here at danstube.tv, and today I've got the ultimate smartphone gimbal showdown between the DJI Osmo Mobile 6 and the DJI Osmo Mobile SE. So when we look at price here and we look at the Osmo Mobile 6, which is the latest kind of, I guess, flagship smartphone gimbal from DJI, it will set you back 239 Australian dollars from the D1 store. Now, when we look at the Osmo Mobile SE, which only just came out, it's a budget-friendly, beginner-friendly smartphone gimbal, 159 Australian dollars through the D1 store. So there definitely is a price difference. Now, we're not talking a major price difference when we compare drones, for example, where there could be hundreds, if not potentially thousands of dollars difference between the product lines. This isn't a major jump, but for a lot of people who are going to be in the market for a smartphone gimbal, I do see that market as more of the kind of casual, hobbyist, holiday goer, kind of budget-friendly space where you own a smartphone, but you want to get a gimbal to kind of stabilize your travel shots, or maybe take film or video a little bit more seriously. That's where you would jump into the smartphone gimbal space. So I would imagine there would be a lot of people out there that would be considering between the Osmo Mobile 6 and the Osmo Mobile SE. Now, when we dive straight into battery life, now this is actually interesting because the cheaper version, the Osmo Mobile SE, nets you 8 hours of battery life, 8 hours of runtime in typical kind of conditions. This is quoted through DJI's website. And if we look at the Osmo Mobile 6, you get 6 hours and 24 minutes. So you do get a significant chunk more with the budget-friendly Osmo Mobile SE. So if battery life is really important to you, you're traveling a fair bit, maybe you don't have the best chance to charge your device, then the Osmo Mobile SE would actually be ideal for that, because you're getting 8 hours. That's a lot more than the Osmo Mobile 6, which is what, an hour and a half difference between the two there. Looking at the charging time now, the Osmo Mobile 6 has a faster charge time, so it's only an hour and 24 minutes to charge the device, where the Osmo Mobile SE is 2 hours and 12 minutes. So even though you get more battery life on the Osmo Mobile SE, it does also take longer to charge. When we look at the milliamp hour batteries, like the actual size of the batteries, the capacity of the batteries, the Osmo Mobile 6 is giving you a 1000 milliamp hour battery, and the Osmo Mobile SE is giving you a 2600 milliamp hour battery. So you can see already that there are a few differences between these two devices. If we look on the face value of the actual form factor of the devices, the aesthetic of the Osmo Mobile 6 definitely feels more premium. I love that design. Like, the color they've gone with is great. It definitely kind of separates it from the other Osmo Mobile range. So I think the color stands out, the build quality really stands out. And one of the biggest calling cards of the Osmo Mobile 6 is that it does have an extension rod. So that means that you can also pull out your gimbal system so that you've got an extension rod, a selfie stick, to give you a little bit more range when you are shooting or when you're capturing different things, whatever it may be. You want to get a lot of people in even just a photo. You know, you might want to make sure that you pull out that selfie stick and pull it away. Or if you're taking video, again, perfect setup for that kind of scenario. On the Osmo Mobile SE, you don't have that extension rod option, but what you do have is the 1/4" screw on the base of the unit. So you can still screw it into a tripod. If you're taking a little tripod with you, you can still screw it in and then have it mounted. It's the same for the Osmo Mobile 6. That also has a 1/4" screw, so you can mount a tripod, whatever else, but it does have the built-in extension rod, which is a big calling card for a lot of people. Another big calling card for the Osmo Mobile 6 is a new feature, and it's called Quick Launch. So what it means is when you unfold the Osmo Mobile 6, it immediately launches. So that is extremely handy for people that want to capture things on the fly. There's a lot of stuff going on. Maybe you want to compact it down and then you want to pull it back out again. It's a nice kind of stealthy setup as well, having a gimbal that's foldable. So maybe you're in a situation where you have to be careful of what you're filming, when you're filming, whatever you're doing. So having that quick launch means that you can have it down, have the phone in your pocket, and then you see see something, quickly flip it up, and then magnetically clip on the phone system, and you're ready to go immediately. So that is a big benefit, again, of the Osmo Mobile 6. But with that being said, the Osmo Mobile SE does boot up, it launches really quickly. So even though you've got the quick launch, which basically means one less button, so you flip up the system and it turns on, with the Osmo Mobile SE, you can flip it up and then you just have to press and hold the power button and it's booted and ready to go within like a few seconds. So I mean, you're really shaving off seconds off your workflow. So for some people, maybe that's a big thing, but for the average person, you're probably not going to care. So again, the Osmo Mobile SE doesn't really miss out, even though it is a cool feature. It's not a major thing. You know, it's not something that's going to change your decision, hopefully. If you are in the market for any accessories or camera gear, drone gear, whatever it is that you might be interested in, go over to the D1 Store's website. You can use the code DANSTube to save over there. And if you do pick up something, I would love to know what your experiences have been like. I'm always in the comment section on my YouTube channel. So drop a comment and we can chat there. One of the big things of getting a smartphone gimbal is that it's a gimbal, that it's stabilizing your footage, right? And how stable is the footage? Does the extra high-end flagship Osmo Mobile 6 make a big difference to the stabilization? Not really. It doesn't make that much of a difference, if at all. I can't even really notice it. And to be honest with you, a lot of smartphone gimbals out there don't have the most powerful motors in the world, right? So it does the job, it stabilizes it, they both do a really good job and the footage looks great. But you've got to remind yourself that these motors aren't as heavy duty as the higher end gimbals that you would see other people, you know, filmmakers using, which are typically a lot more expensive, a lot more high grade. So just keep that in mind. There are certain movements that you have to kind of get used to capture smooth footage with a gimbal, but I would say that they're both very similar here. They both stabilize the footage. It's usable from both the Osmo Mobile 6 and the Osmo Mobile SE. Both great, nothing terrible, nothing to complain about. They just do the job, right? But just keep in mind that if you do have expectations that it's going to be fantastically smooth, it might not kind of hit the mark for you. Maybe it will, depends where your expectations are. But just keep that in mind. They both do a great job of stabilizing the footage. No issues, nothing to complain about. But keep in mind, you are paying a lot less. You're not paying a premium, right? You're not paying hundreds and hundreds of dollars for a gimbal. It's a couple of $100. So just keep that in mind. Surprisingly, with the Osmo Mobile SE, we are having the same matched Active Track software, algorithm, whatever you want to call it, right? So it's Active Track 5 on both the Osmo Mobile 6 and the Osmo Mobile SE. So they've got the same Active Track. I find Active Track to be great. It's reliable in most scenarios. You can use the gesture control on both the Osmo Mobile 6 and the Osmo Mobile SE. Doesn't seem to be dumbed down. A lot of the time these cheaper products are dumbed down a little bit. They don't have as much, but software limitations don't seem to be a problem with the Osmo Mobile SE, which again is a big tick for the cheaper device, right? Because you're not really missing out on too much. You're getting Active Track 5, which is reliable, does the job. Occasionally it's lost me. If I'm moving too fast, if I'm moving too, quickly or close to the system, it struggles sometimes, right? But in most scenarios, if you're just kind of tracking someone or yourself and you're being reasonable, like it does a great job on both of them. And they both have Active Track 5 and they both have gesture control. So great on both fronts. You do get a status panel on both devices, and that's basically like a tiny little screen at the top of the device above the buttons, and it lets you know what mode you're in. It lets you know what status is going on, gives you some battery lights to let you know if the device is getting low on battery and all that kind of stuff. But the main thing is the panel itself that tells you some information. So it lets you know if you're in one of the 4 modes. We've got follow mode, tilt locked, FPV, and spin shot, and both devices have all 4 modes available through that status panel. So again, the more premium product doesn't have a brand new thing or something exclusive to it. They've all got the same offering on both devices. They also both have the same magnetic clamping system, which is a great system by DJI. It's worked really well, had no issues with that magnet system. It never falls off accidentally. I never knock the phone off. It's just a really strong magnet system, and both gimbals can hold a weight of up to 290 grams. So it works with most smartphones, but if you got yourself like a folding phone or something a bit larger, probably not going to work. So just kind of keep that in mind. It really is for particular types of devices, definitely not those larger ones. 290 grams, but most devices will work. Like even the larger iPhones will fit in there, large Android devices, but definitely no folding phones or tablets or anything like that. Another big calling card for the Osmo Mobile 6 is the side control wheel. So this is brand new for the Osmo Mobile 6. The Osmo Mobile SE doesn't even know what's going on. But for the Osmo Mobile 6, got that little side wheel. It's a super satisfying wheel to use, and you can press it in to choose between 2 modes. When you're in the DJI Mimo app, you can go between focus and zoom. So if you got the zoom, for example, you can smoothly zoom while you're moving, get that kind of dynamic zoom movement. That's really awesome. awesome dolly zoom, I think they refer to it as well. So you can do that, get used to that. It's nice and easy and it feels comfortable. It's in a great position, especially if you are right-handed and then you're using your left to adjust. It works really well. So that's a great system, but I guess keep in mind, because if you're left-handed, you're holding the device, the spin wheel isn't on the right, the side wheel's on this side. So I don't know how that would work for left-handed people. But anyway, that side wheel is something that's just not available on the Osmo Mobile SE. In terms of the different modes that are available, again, it looks like they both have the same offering here. They both have the time-lapse and hyperlapse and all those lapse modes. Both got dynamic zoom, gesture control, panorama, and story mode, and a few other modes in there as well, different photo modes and whatnot. But they both seem to have the same offering again. So it's not like they've dumbed down the software for the Osmo Mobile SE. It still has all those kind of premium offerings. So again, really convincing to look at that cheaper device and see that it probably has everything you need, right? The other thing when we look at design is that they are both extremely compact. I kind of said it a little bit earlier on, but they both fold down. They both have the same clamping system, both nice and compact, got little bags that you can put the unit in as well. They would fit easily into a pocket, purse, bag, whatever. It's nice and compact, nice and easy. And you can leave the clamp on your phone at all times. You can even have your phone in its case and still have the clamp around it. That's great. Have that in your pocket the whole time. And when you're ready to capture, pull it out, clip it on, and you're ready to go. It really is that simple on both devices. So when we look at these two smartphone gimbals, we can see that they are both very similar, right? There's a lot of similarities here. There are definitely a few standout features though for the Osmo Mobile 6. It has that extension rod. It has the quick launch. It has that side wheel as well. So it has some really cool functionality and it is useful, but for the average person, you're probably gonna be happy with the Osmo Mobile SE. You get that extra battery life. It is a great system. You don't get the extension rod. I mean, it is still a really great stable system. It's not like the stabilization's better on the more expensive device. It's not like you're getting better active track because they've both got the same. So it really is up to you. Depends if those other features on the more expensive Osmo Mobile 6 are for you. But otherwise, I think most people would be really happy with the Osmo Mobile SE. Does everything you need, is a bit cheaper, and most of those features, the functionality, are maybe more of a gimmick for most people. Maybe you're not going to use that side wheel. Maybe you're just going to leave everything in autofocus and maybe your iPhone will do the job for you. You don't need to worry about zooming in with that wheel because you can do it. You've still got like a zooming option on the Osmo Mobile SE. It's just not a wheel. So, I mean, it's really up to you and your needs, but I feel like most people would be happy with the Osmo Mobile SE. Maybe people that really want the extension rod and these extra features will go for the more expensive one. But let me know in the comments. I'd love your thoughts. Check those links below or the link below to check out these products. So I would love to know what you pick up, what your thoughts are. Let me know in the comments below. And if you do have one of these gimbals or another gimbal, please let us know in the comments below because there will be people watching this video who are still tossing up between the two. Maybe there's another one they want as well. It is hard sometimes to make these decisions, especially if you don't have too much money, right? Like maybe this is a big purchase for you. So definitely if you can help out the audience, let us know in the comments what your experiences have been. If you've got anything that you disagree on in this video, anything that you've got a different thought process on, definitely let us know because it's always valuable. Everyone's got their own opinions, right? And potentially you could help someone make the right buying decision. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video and peace out.